Hello Internet. So it's been a while since my last video, about 10 days or so. And I'm coming to you in what I don't think you can tell is a very unkempt state. The quality of my video is not good enough for you to see that my hair's all frizzy and like the back of it's all like wet and sweaty. Maybe that way you can kind of see. Anyway, I just walked home. If I was good at this, I would have been like walked home. Sound effect, like jiggle what? But yeah, I walked home. Now it might not sound like that impressive of a feat when I tell you the distance away from home that I work, which I think last time I looked it up was about 3.5 kilometers, which for all you metrics folk at home or non-metrics folk is about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, something like that. Not so far. Some people walk that to work. I was carrying this, which is about that many groans worth of heavy work material. My laptop's not even in it, and it's still that heavy. And I was wearing my heels. So then you might say, okay, well, it's a little bit more of a walk. It's definitely exercise. And then you throw in the fact that the sidewalk is pretty much consistently uneven, and there were actually parts where I had to walk on the street because the construction on the sidewalk was so much that there was just like a pile of dirt, like up to like my chin level, just in the middle of the sidewalk. And several places where, yeah, I had to kind of walk onto the street, and then you have to dodge whenever you come into a busier area. Then there's all the like street food people, and it smells so good, and I can't eat any of it because it's like super not safe. And then there's like motorbikes and regular bikes and people walking every way. And then when you ever want to cross the street, you have to walk up this like super long ramp and cross like the 12 lanes of traffic to the other side. You know, and then they've got these really weird shallow steps because it's also a ramp in the middle, like for bikes or carts or whatever. So then you have to you're like, is it enough that I should do 2 steps per step, or do I have to like stretch my legs and do 1 shallow step per step? It's really weird. So did that. Total, it took less than an hour. Actually, it took about 55 minutes. And the reason basically was just because there were absolutely no cabs, and I stood there, then I walked further up and further up and further up, and there were just people lined up along the street waiting for a cab, and they looked like they'd been there for a while. And it was only the beginning of rush hour, so I was just like, no. There was an option like go sit in Starbucks for a while, which probably would have been the smart option, and then leave later, but I chose the walk home option. And I'm not planning on doing it again, but I'm glad I did it once so that I know that, yes, I do indeed know how to get home. And, you know, there were pretty much people all the way along, so it's not dangerous because there's enough people of mixed type and gender that you feel pretty safe as long as you stay in the main areas. There's not like dark alleys that I have to go down or anything. It's all main street. And yeah, just knowing that I know how to go there in case for some horrible reason I can't get a cab or anything next time. So it was a good experience. And I also, in the middle, I stopped at McDonald's because I felt like I deserved it. I'd walked for about 35 minutes, and I had another 20 minutes or so left to go, and it was right on my way. So it brings me to my other what I've been doing recently, which is some of you are familiar with the Coca-Cola can glasses that I have at home in Chicago that I collected all 6 colors of in Singapore. I just thought it was a really fun thing. They're free. You don't get a lot of free stuff in Singapore and in Asia in general. You get them free with a value meal. And so I saw when Catherine was visiting a couple weekends ago, I noticed that they were having that here with a different style of glass. So I decided I had to get some, and I did. So, witness, I'm drinking actual Coca-Cola that's left over from my McDonald's trip out of the actual glass. I think the point is that it's supposed to look kind of like an upside-down Coke bottle. Like, this looks kind of like a thick bottle cap. So if you imagine this turned upside down. Oh, wait, you can imagine it turned upside down because I have 12 of these now. So, voila. Here are some pink ones. Look, see, they look just like a bottle, kind of like a milk bottle more than a soda bottle, actually. Here's a green one. This one's blue, if you can't tell. So, deciding to collect these, I figured there's no way I'm going to go to McDonald's enough times here. And last week, the team had plans to go karaokeing at a place that actually happened to have a McDonald's right next door. So I said, anyone who comes with me to McDonald's, I will buy their value meal if they give me their free glass. So 10 of us went, and that was very successful except for the fact that it was Friday and they were out of glasses for the week because apparently they get their shipment on Saturday mornings, and it's a wall supplies last kind of thing. So I had my friends translate for me and found out when the next shipment was coming in and asked if I could actually come back the next day. They could write down my name and my number and how many glasses, and I could come back the next day and pick up my glasses. And I was sure they were going to say no or say yes and then not have them. But they said yes, and sure enough, the next day when I went back on my way to one of my lovely $6 massages, they were like, oh, Christina Castelli, yeah, we have those for you. They had them ready in a bag. I was like, wow, this does not normally happen here. But it was really nice and really sweet of them. So I got 10 then, and I've gotten 2 just in, I actually bought 2, just got 2 just now when I stopped. I actually got an extra value meal so I could get an extra glass. I know it's horrible. I didn't eat it. I just put it in the fridge. But anyway, I love it. I'm very happy. I have a full dozen now. And I know how to get home from work in a dire situation. So I'm now going to go immediately shower and wash these clothes because it's not a very pleasant state. But wanted to say hi and register those couple of kind of interesting events for you. So hope to see you later. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.